I'm Lisa Ortiz, the Rockin' Realtor with Robin Lance Realty, and I wanted to talk to y'all today about multiple offers. Now, multiple offers sounds absolutely wonderful when you're the seller. It's a nightmare when you're the buyer. It's also not as great when you're the seller as you would think that it would be, because you have to sit down there and dissect each offer and see which one is the best. Because, believe it or not, the highest offer is not always the best offer. You have to think about, will your house even appraise for the price they're offering you? Because if it doesn't appraise, then you're not really getting that for the house, right? You also have to look at what type of loan, what type of financing is the buyer getting. VA, FHA, and USDA loans, those appraisers ask for repairs a lot of times on their appraisals that the seller would need to do. And in the offer, the buyer's agent will put a dollar amount in there. So you could be spending more money on repairs than you would have on a conventional loan. If you're selling as is, as versus if you're selling, with repairs. There are all kinds of scenarios when you're looking at offers for your home. And when multiples come in, that's what I mean by you need to take each one on its own merit and go off from there. And that's where the realtor comes in and says, well, if you've got your house listed for $250,000 and somebody comes in and offers $500,000, woohoo, let's turn cartwheels. Well, odds are it's not going to appraise for that, so you ain't getting $500,000. That is really an extreme example, but you have to consider the fact that the house may or may not appraise for that. So anyway, that is just a part for the seller side on the multiple offer situation. Now on the buyer side, when you're competing against other buyers for the same house, which is happening a lot in the seller's market right now, you need to keep in mind when you make the offer that you need to go ahead and make your best offer first. And by best offer, what I mean is you make the offer based upon, if I don't get it, I can sleep at night because I wouldn't have gone any higher. I wouldn't have changed anything. I wouldn't have done any different. It wasn't meant for me to have. That needs to be the first offer that you put in on the house. There's no wiggle room in a multiple offer situation. Now, some agents believe in doing what we call escalation clauses on offers. I do not. I think when they ask for highest and best, you give your highest and best. The escalation clauses are confusing to the seller a lot of times and makes it look like you're hedging your bets on the bid on the house. So that, to me, is a little bit of a negative to the seller as well. Because here's the thing, if you're gonna say that, here, I bid $200,000 for this house, but if anybody comes in higher that nets the seller more than my offer, I'll give you an extra $1,000 toward it, but the cap is I won't go over $205,000. Well, then just put your offer in at $205,000. And you also have to keep in mind on your side as well, you don't want to over offer too much to where you don't think the house will appraise. That's not good for you or the seller. And unless you just really, 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 really want that house and you're going to overpay for it and pay out of pocket, then, you kind of have to watch out for that as well. So that's where your realtor, who's hopefully me, but the realtor that you choose to represent you should be able to guide you that way and give you a fair assessment and fair value of the area so that you're comfortable and confident in the offer that you put forward for this house. But anyway, that gives you a little rundown on how a multiple offer situation can go. So as always, I am happy to answer any of your questions about this topic or any other topics. Just please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me, text me, email me, or comment on any of my social media posts. But I really appreciate you watching today, and I look forward to hearing from y'all. And let me hear from you too if there's any other topics out there that are of interest to y'all that you'd like me to speak on. So again, this is Lisa Ortiz, the Rockin' Realtor with Robin Lance Realty, helping you make all your home selling and buying dreams come true. Bye, y'all.